Whole, uncut onions are another food that is commonly and mistakenly stored in the refrigerator, and doing so can seriously compromise both their quality and safety. While refrigeration is often associated with freshness, onions are uniquely ill-suited to cold, humid environments. Their structure, skin, and natural sulfur compounds are designed to remain stable in dry, well-ventilated conditions, not in the moist air of a refrigerator. Placing whole onions in the fridge creates a perfect environment for deterioration rather than preservation. One of the most immediate problems is moisture absorption. Refrigerators have high humidity, and onions readily pull in moisture through their outer layers. This excess moisture softens the onion's tissues, causing them to lose firmness and develop a spongy or slimy texture. Once this process begins, it cannot be reversed. Even if the onion appears intact on the outside, the inner layers may already be breaking down, making the onion unpleasant or unsafe to eat. Mold growth is a major warning sign and a serious risk. Whole onions stored in the fridge are far more likely to develop mold, especially around the neck and between layers. Because onions grow in soil and naturally carry microorganisms on their outer skins, the combination of cold and moisture encourages fungal growth rather than suppressing it. Mold in onions is particularly deceptive as it can grow internally between layers and remain hidden until the onion is cut open. By the time visible mold appears, contamination may already be widespread. Refrigeration also disrupts the onion's natural dormancy. Cold temperatures can trigger sprouting once the onion is returned to room temperature. Sprouting accelerates internal breakdown, making the onion bitter, watery, and nutritionally depleted. While sprouted onions are not always toxic, their quality is significantly reduced, and the rapid decline often leads to waste or accidental consumption of onions that are already compromised. Flavor degradation is another negative consequence. Onions rely on sulfur-containing compounds for their sharpness, aroma, and culinary impact. Excess moisture and cold storage dilute and alter these compounds, resulting in onions that taste weak, sweet in an unbalanced way, or oddly flat. Cooked dishes that rely on onions as a flavor base may suffer noticeably, requiring more seasoning to compensate and reducing overall dish quality. There is also a contamination risk to other foods in the refrigerator. Onions readily absorb and emit odors, and when stored in a closed, humid space, they can both taint nearby foods and pick up off odors themselves. This cross-contamination further reduces food quality and can make multiple items unappetizing at once. Additionally, deteriorating onions may leak moisture, creating a breeding ground for bacteria on refrigerator shelves or produce drawers. From a food safety perspective, soft or moldy onions should never be eaten, even if only part of the onion appears affected. Unlike hard cheeses or some firm vegetables, onions do not safely tolerate partial trimming when mold is present. The layered structure allows mold and bacteria to spread internally, meaning that cutting away visible mold does not eliminate the risk. Refrigeration increases the likelihood of reaching this unsafe stage more quickly. The proper way to store whole, uncut onions is in a cool, dry, dark, and well-ventilated place, ideally around 7 to 13 degrees Celsius, 45 to 55 degrees Fahrenheit, and kept away from potatoes, which release moisture and gases that accelerate spoilage. Storing onions in a refrigerator does not meaningfully extend their shelf life and instead exposes them to moisture-driven decay, mold growth, flavor loss, and increased waste. The warning is clear: for whole onions, refrigeration is not a protective measure. It is a direct contributor to softness, spoilage, and potential food safety risks.